Hello guys and girls, it's Chris. How y'all doing today? We have got a slight change of plan. My most OG fan, if I may, recommended that we do the depths. And what y'all guys want, you get. So we're going to change our plan slightly and we're going to go to the depths. So I'm currently at Linda's Brow Skyview Tower. We ticked that off last episode. So the change of plan means we are going to be heading over to Hyrule Lookout Landing. We're going to go find Robbie and speak to him there. So let's go ahead and do that, get our map out, and we can travel all the way over to Lookout Landing Skyview Tower. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Okay, so let's run on in. Let's go ahead and maybe we should make it daytime, just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and sit until it's morning. Hopefully it's daytime for you guys. It doesn't matter too much. You can do this at night, absolutely. It's just going to be a little bit easier for us to see everything. So now that we are here by the Lookout Landing Skyview Tower over there, we're going to head into this little bit where you first can enter Hyrule Lookout Landing, speak to Josha, and you'll meet Robbie. He's going to have a conversation with you about the depths and about how he doesn't want Josha going down there. And so instead of letting Josha go down there, he's going to go down there and suggest that we go with him. So she's going to apologise that you all got roped into this. Yeah. Now we're going to go find out where to go. You need to make sure you have enough bright bloom seeds. We don't need a crazy amount, luckily. So that is the mission activated. Our objective has been updated. So we are then going to go over to the Lookout Landing, just up there, and we are going to send ourselves through it and up into the sky so that we can get a better look for where this chasm is as well. So we are now gliding. We're going to quickly look for the chasm. It is behind us. We are going to glide our way over. To go from glide to parachute and then straight back to glide, just press your little R button above the trigger, and you don't even have to worry about putting your parachute away. You can go straight back into that glide position. So gliding our way over to what we can see is a little man now. We're going to pop ourselves here, and we'll be next to this guy. There we got our discovery of the Hyrule Field Chasm. Over there you can see a woman that is sat. She complains about being sick from the gloom. If you touch it, you will also get sick. So guys, let's head on down. Jumping straight on into the chasm, it will change, the music will change. It's a rather cool, surreal experience. So, let's get our parachute out before we get ropily close to the ground. Drop our down. And slowly, as we drop down to the floor, there will be a guy, and he will be saying, "How far did Robbie go?" There, we have arrived at the depths. He explains how he has run out of bright blue seeds and now can no longer guide us towards Robbie, so we'll be taking ourselves over there. So he talks about arrow firing with bright bloom seeds on them. Not that we need to do that. So we're going to run forward a little bit. Crouch if you don't want to scare off those fire thingies. Little deep flies, I believe they're called. So we're going to first get out a bright bloom seed. We're going to go ahead, press up, and we're going to find them in our little hotbar. Dropping one of those with X, and then hitting it, and then squatting again. Crouching. It's definitely not squatting. So we're squatting because we definitely want to get some of these deep flies. This is a new animal that we have not yet bumped into, and by squatting your way around, crouching your way around, you can grab these and pick them up. There are lots of new cool things over here to find and have a look at, so make sure you do have a gander around. There is a Muddlebud over here. An interesting plant that's quite fun to mess around with. So, running into the depths, you'll see this big light route over here. We want to head straight over to the light route. You don't need to get another seed out unless you want to. There's no gloom, you can run straight over in a straight line. This light route will light up the surrounding area. Okay, so the light route dispelled darkness, and we have brightened surrounding area, meaning we have ticked off some map of the depths. So, now we are going to continue our way and try and find Robbie. As you can see, that is the way we came from. If you ever get confused, look for the bright bloom seeds. The bright bloom seeds that you have left. God, it's a mouthful saying that. So, as you can see, there are little fires that Robbie has left all the way over. There are journals if you please to check them. So to get over this first little red strip of gloom, there are two ways around it. You can either climb up over that over there and just climb round it, or you can take this rock up here, jump over, and you can float your way down. As we float our way down, when we land, we're going to crouch. And we're going to try and grab some more of these deep fireflies. Collecting those. There is also a Muddlebud nearby. Now, I do recommend crouching your way through a lot of this, as you're going to stop yourself from setting off quite a few enemies, which I would recommend. Now, making sure you stick with us. We're going to be sticking all the way around to the right because there are a few more enemies on the left that we don't want to deal with. And the right is slightly easier and more controlled. You will see some cases off in the distance. We're going to tackle those early before they become a problem. Eventually, as we come around that tree, they will pop out and you will notice them flying around. So there are some bomb flowers over here as well, which I do recommend getting. Now, while we are behind this tree, we are actually going to hit our hotbar, get a bright bloom seed out, drop that. We're going to hit that and crouch again. That's just going to give us some surrounding light. Now sticking to the right as suggested. It is night time, guys, so we're going to have a couple of issues. I do recommend doing this at night. Jumping out the way of his big stick thing. Oh, we've got the toes coming over as well. Now, I really would recommend going back and making sure it is not nighttime, because you're going to have some issues at night in the depths. It's definitely easier to do during the day. So, he did actually drop some zonite. I do recommend grabbing it, because it's going to become very useful when we're back on the Sky Islands. So I'm going to quickly run back to that campfire after showing you the dealings of doing it at night, and we're just going to quickly make it daytime so that the goblins aren't an issue to us. So now travelling and moving on, we should have a little less issue. So while we're here by this tree, I'm going to get out another one of these. As you can see, all those enemies we were struggling with earlier have now left because it's no longer night. So crouching again. Dealing with him and then heading round to the right again. We're going to head over to this tree, and then we are going to actually get out another bright bloom seed, drop that, and get down again, and there are some bomb flowers by this tree that we can also grab. Those cases that I mentioned, I actually have not seen, somehow. So heading back over to this tree, And then once we are by this tree, we are going to get out another seed, just so we have a little bit of cover. Okay, fine. And then continuing to head round to the right, we're going to head up this way. And there's a tree over here, so we're going to come here by this tree, hit that, and we're going to get down again. We've got a couple of things by this tree that we can grab. So, as you can see, there's a little path that's starting to be made for us. Through the gloom, we can take it. And just continuing to jump our way around. The last seed that we're going to pop out is just beyond this tree. Again, a little bit more cover. Pop that out. And now, as you can see, we've got a clear path that we can just run our way to, and then we can tick off the last Lightroot that we needed to. You will also see Robbie standing by the Lightroot. As you can see him just over there by the fire, which means we have completed the first bit of the depths. Beautiful, guys. That's the quickest and easiest way to get through the depths. Make sure you do it at day, and make sure you stick to the right, and you will get through absolutely just fine. So now we're chatting to Robbie. He's going to chat to us, get us to upgrade the camera, and then he's going to send us on over to the statue. And this will be the last part of making Josha happy up on the surface. We have also had our Purah Pad upgraded, which means we can now take photos and add to the Hyrule Compendium, which is something that I really enjoy as part of the game. You can stash up weapons, take photos of things that you've seen across the land, and you can collect stuff like animals, weapons, shields, treasure, all that sort of good stuff. Very cool, as it's a very big game with lots of side missions and lots of main missions. So running over here, we're then going to press the L trigger. We're going to take a photo of this statue in all its fine glory. We're going to get a good shot with that purple tree in it. So showing Robbie the picture, he will be pleased with what we've taken, granted we got it all in. And therefore we can then head back up to Lookout Landing and meet Robbie up there. Because we got these Lightroots, these act as a travel point, and we can come back to the depths and have a look and now start truly exploring what is going on down here. We can come down here at any point that we need. We can also start going and having a look at some of the monsters that reside down here. They're slightly different and quite interesting. I look forward to showing you guys how some of that works. So heading straight back up to the surface then. Pressing our D-pad, we can hop through the surface, sky, and depths. So pressing all the way to the middle one on our pad, we're then going to travel back to Lookout Landing, where we've got a little blinking thing, which is Robbie, and we can tick off the first objective of the depths. So guys, we have landed back at the Lookout Landing. We can run on over and meet Robbie underneath Purah's little research lab. He will be with Josha where we can show her the photo. So, that is KRS completing the first mission of the depths and showing you guys how to begin that so you can start exploring the depths for yourselves. We will definitely be carrying on and doing some side missions and showing you guys a bit more of the depths and a couple of more how-tos to how to deal around down there and keep yourself alive and doing well. And there we have the camera work in the depths complete. That is the first main mission of the depths. Cheers for joining, guys. It's been Chris. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps. Leave a comment of what you want to see. As I say, we had other plans, but one of you guys, one of my most OG fans, made a comment, and so we changed the plan. If you want to see anything, maybe we will also change up the plan and do a couple of suggestions, say. So make sure to leave those comments, make sure to leave those likes. It will show other people my videos, which is what we want. And we're out, guys.